Oso, welcome. Well, for a starter, I'll ask you to stay with the main format of the Media Lab interviews and to formally introduce yourself to the camera and tell us which is the project you represent here.
Hello, my name is Oso Loustaunau. I am part of Communitere.
And please share with us what drove you to Communitere in the first place.
Well, I went to one of their workshops and saw what the project was about. It really interested me as a project, giving the opportunity of people to build whatever they needed for themselves. So, and also when they started telling me about the other aspects of the project, that was not just a makerspace, but also wanted to go into culture and art workshops and all sorts of possibilities that this unit had. It all of a sudden I saw in front of me a dream job, you know, a job that would put together all the different little apparently unrelated skills that I had gathered along my road, and there was a place to just go ahead and put them all together and make them all work.
And how do you find that these skills are useful to you in what you do inside the Communitere?
Well, for example, all the experience with the non-formal educations through the Erasmus Plus Youth Exchange participation just shows you different ways to approach people. You know, like some people sometimes and most of the time don't like to be told what to do. So, you know, there's like ways of guiding them instead of telling them, you know, and waiting for you know, sometimes you are working with someone and you see that they're going to a place that is not going to have a good ending. And I mean not a good ending that'll be dangerous, but like it won't, the share won't be straight. That's to give an example. And you see it's going to happen. Sometimes you just have to allow it to happen and then after come and make a suggestion. You know, that's like one of the techniques. You know, allowing the mistake to happen and then giving the how they can correct this mistake. And that way the person learns by themselves. It's not like someone's coming to you and telling you, no, don't do it that way, it's going to end up wrong. You know, and you inside you're confident of what you're doing, you say, no, it's not, you know. That could create a conflict between whoever is being the trainer and whoever is receiving the knowledge.
And also empowers the person to dare and make a mistake and learn by the whole notion of learning by doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the thing is that the way the system works in schools, you know, this is not something that's encouraged. You know, you always have to be right. And in science and in research in the arts, you know, you got to experiment different things, and eventually most of the things are not going to work. You know, but eventually you'll find the one that works, and then you got your gold mine. But that's what the research is about. You know, making a bunch of mistakes in order to arrive.
Okay. I'm particularly captivated by Communitere's perception of empowerment, of addressing different groups of people and through their own skills, through their own knowledge, in the end through their own strength, to assist their own communities. And actually, through this process, in a way, the communities may also be unified in unexpected and beautiful ways. You were referring to an example before.
Yes. I mean, it just happens, you know. When you start doing something and you're doing the same thing as the other, and you're getting the same feeling of satisfaction, you know, like the group of women in Philoxenia. You know, it's some of them had never touched a tool in their life, you know, and there was some kind of, you could see that they were not comfortable with it, you know, but you just have to go there and like help them hold the tool straight, you know, like. And after a couple of screws in, then they get a notion of it and they don't need to help anymore, you know. And by the end, you know, they are helping the next one that's coming to do it, you know. And saying this is just the beauty of it.
Yeah, I am too captivated also by the example you gave me before the camera was rolling. Please state that again.
Which one was it?
The one with the carpenter.
Oh yes, and there's, you know, this carpenter that has been in the camps for 3 years and hadn't touched a tool in such time. He was pushed to one of the trainers there, knew about it, and came to me and told me, you know, he's a carpenter and he hasn't done this. Just, you know, give him a little push to do something. So I went to him and tell him, you know, well, I heard that you're a carpenter, you know, you can show us to make better things than the ones we're making already. And, you know, I don't know, it's like, come on, the wood's there, the machines are there, you know, don't you want to do it? And he said, okay, and he started, you know, he went and looks at the wood, starts picking out pieces, starts cutting them, arranged in the floor all the different parts, you know, in like very particular order, and then he started pulling parts in, assembling. An hour and a half later, there's a 3-person couch there. You know, and he wouldn't stop. He was just like a machine, going. He started and he was just cutting, assembling. This one, okay, needs adjustment, cutting it, adjusting it. I mean, you know, until he finished. You know, he finishes and then he sits on the couch. And he also his friends, you know, and they sit the three on the couch. I mean, it's, you know, it's a beautiful image. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes,
you know?
Sounds like it,
Because
definitely.
it's not like their inner fire is dead, but it's been like reduced to
To a seed, waiting to
yeah.
flourish again.
And it just needs a little air, you know, and some other thing to make it combust and then, you know, get reignited. You know, and once this happens, also other things can start happening. It's about getting the ball rolling.
Talking about ball rolling, the very space that we are in,
Yes.
and the whole, a big part actually of the festival space
Yes.
has been constructed through Communitere's workshops the previous week.
Yes. Yes, the space that we are hosting has this dome created by an English female architect. And yes, it was assembled by a group of immigrants and a group of volunteers from Spain, I think who were coming, yes.
And from one construction space to the other, we have Laboratoire building getting ready to be opened to the city's communities.
Yes, that's I'm very excited about that part of the project happening. So far, all our work has been done through the Mobile Resource Center.
Which we
And,
need to refer also and explain what it is.
Well, the Mobile Resource Center is very basically a van and a bus full of tools, so people can create whatever they need, going from basic needs that would be chairs, tables, window netting for the mosquitoes, etc.
A very important thing in the summer here.
And all the way to making board games and arts and crafts.
Sounds like a dream spot for me in the city.
I mean, yes, so this is the mobile unit, and the Urban Resource Center, which is what will be in Laboratoire, is the same thing, but it's fixed. It's going to be there all the time. It's going to also be equipped with as many tools as you can imagine. The object of the project is if you come to us with a project that we don't have the tools for, then if the project is interesting enough and it's a project that also, it's a tool that will also be used in consecutive projects, we will try to acquire it so that this project can happen. Okay, so the idea is that you come to a space where anything that you need to create will be possible to do, you know, from technological tools like a 3D printer, CNC cutting machine, to just normal electric saws and cutters and...
Superb.
Yes.
Actually, I can't wait.
Me neither.
Thank you very much.